Yes, folks, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Do please, ladies and gentlemen, do please like and subscribe. And also, leave your comments. We had some good comments yesterday. Didn't have any requests for songs, though. I wonder why. But anyway, I have to warn you before we start that towards the end of this little broadcast, there will appear my fickle friend, the song dinger. And when you hear that, it's time to pick up your goat and head for the hills. Yeah, Larry knows all about that. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about Charles Bronson. Yeah, whatever his name is nowadays, Salvador something or other. But we know him as Charles Bronson, one of the longest serving prisoners in the British prison system at the moment, because Charles Bronson is again coming up for parole. And he's 70 now, I believe. He might be 71. And is it time for the government, because it's the government that are holding this man? I mean, he's been held there on various charges. He started off doing something insignificant and then began attacking prisoners. Didn't just attack prisoners, he attacked a teacher that was teaching him art and held the teacher hostage for no good a reason, apparently, other than made some observations about Charles Bronson's paintings, which I have seen Charles Bronson's paintings, and I must admit, despite the fact that they are rather straightforward, I am quite a bit of a fan. So Charles Bronson, if you're watching this and you'd like to send me one, you know where I am, and you know who I am. Yeah, I know how Charles Bronson knows who I am, because on the 8th of June 1990, shortly after the riots at Strangeways, which was a riot, not one riot, but it went on for 28 days, something like that, the longest riot in the history of the prison system in Britain. Yeah, shortly after that, I was approached by a man called Alan Russberger, who was the then editor of the national newspaper The Guardian, and suggested that he would like to receive a feature article from me about the causes of the riot at Strangeways, and it was subsequently published on the 8th of June 1990, and the title was Loose Screws. So if you go into any central library and get yourself a copy of The Guardian from the 8th of June 1990, you'll see the feature there by John Sutton. It's Loose Screws, and it told how the prison system was abusing and destroying and basically intimidating and to a certain extent terrorising inmates, because they were using various systems at jails like Strangeways, Wandsworth, Wormwood, Scrubs, Armley Jail, all the screwsnicks in the country, and they had a similar kind of system of abuse. And that is what I was writing about in Loose Screws. It was about a 2,000 word article. And apparently I got a report back from, I think it was in the Monster Mansion at the time, at Wakefield, that Charles Bronson had got a copy of this and pasted it onto the wall of his cell and was marching up and down, pointing at it and laughing at the staff. So Charles Bronson, yes, you know who I am, John Sutton, John G. Sutton. I had to add the G to my name because when I began publishing books, there was a writer from Oxford University who wrote philosophy somewhat similar to my philosophy, but he was Professor John Sutton, so I added the G so that we were differentiated, because apparently he was getting letters addressed to me and I was getting letters that had no sense to me. Yeah, they were addressed really to him. So that's how Charles Bronson and I are acquainted, not directly. But he's coming up for parole, and I do believe that this time he's going to get it. The only problem that Charles Bronson is going to face is his own notoriety, Because the thing is, when Charles Bronson goes out, he's got a target on his back. Some wannabe idiot he's going to want to claim a notch on his belt and tackle him. Now, I know that Charles Bronson is still going to be a very capable man, but at the age of 71, that light might not be shining as brightly as one might have hoped. But I still do believe that he is going to be released, and that he will get parole this time, probably with supervision. I believe it's going to start off with a transfer to a Category D prison, where they will test the water to see if he can maintain that less restricted environment. And from there, they will allow him exit, but he's going to be under supervision for a period of time. I believe this to be the case, because it is time. It's absolutely cruel. I mean, he spent most of his adult life in prison, and has behaved in an extremely aggressive manner, which is why he remains where he is. He seemed at one point to have this idea that he was on a mission, a divine mission, one might add. I mean, I believe he thought it was divine, to eradicate all sex offenders from the prison system, one at a time, by brute force, with extreme prejudice. And he certainly got stuck into that. But I believe that he's calmed down now. He's ready to rock and roll. He's written a number of books, very interesting. His art is incredibly insightful. It gives you an insight into what's going on. So as I say, Charles, if you're out there and you like this, my name's John G. Sutton. And that is the little rant for today. It's only a short little rant, but I thought you might like it. And that, as previously cautioned, is the song dinger. I'm now going to sing. It's not much of a sing song, really, is it? I mean, some people find it painful. So if you've heard the song dinger, you've been warned. I give you one last ding, and then it's off, and it's time to rock and roll. Well, it ain't going to be rock and roll, is it? This is more like a jazzed up sing-along. I'm going to do a Frank Sinatra song in my own inimitable style, which nobody really wants to imitate, by the way. So this is The Summer Wind, originally performed by Frank Sinatra. Please do like and subscribe. Comments down below. The summer wind came a-blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song, and then we strolled that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind, like painted kites, those days and nights, they went flying by. The world was new beneath a blue umbrella sky. Then, softer than a piper man, one day it called to you. I lost you to the summer wind. And now the autumn wind and the winter winds, they have come and gone. And still the days, those lonely days, they go on and on. And guess who sighs his lullabies through nights that never end? My fickle friend, the summer wind. There you go. And if you're sitting comfortably after that, I want you on the sick parade tomorrow morning. I've got a syringe ready to cure you. Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton.